Hey everybody, this is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. A couple of weeks I came in and I started reading this book to come in and tell you about the book. And now that I'm finished the book, OMG, I've learned a lot from this book. And um, let me just tell you, this is the book. The Little Girl Inside, Owning My Own Road in My Own Pain by Tanya Barbie. Just last week we did a book discussion, and my reading group with Tanya, and it was a great discussion. But first, I'm gonna say this: this book, y'all, women finding that pain in the little girl. You need to read it. I'm gonna read the back of it, and then I'm just gonna tell you some things about it, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Um, this is the first book. The second book, I Am Still a Rose, will go into more depth than this book, so it'll be out real shortly. I have to get back with you on a release date, but this is the first book, The Little Girl Inside, and the second book will be um, I Am Still a Rose. So it says drug addict, cheater, emotionally unavailable, and bigamous. What's the common denominator? The common denominator among this group is not what, but who. The common denominator among this group is not the men themselves, but rather I am the common denominator. The common denominator is the little girl inside, who is unable to distinguish between love, the need to be loved, and to understand her role in her pain. This book takes the reader through many experiences of the author to include 4 marriages and 4 divorces. More importantly, it takes the reader through the author's decision to move beyond her own poor choices and to accept some accountability for her own failed relationships. This book details the author's journey through a vicious cycle, realizing that she indeed had a role in her own pain. Can she own her role? Will she own her role? Turn the pages to unveil Tanya Barbie's journey. Now, this book, I'm telling y'all, you have to read it. I don't even know where to start. But anyway, one of the things that she talks about in the book is we have to take our responsibility. And we have to break that, like she says, vicious cycle, that negative cycle. We have to take responsibility for our own choices. Yeah, we see the signs, the red flags, and we just ignore them. But we can't do that. Um, while reading this, I felt as though she wrote the book about me and my failed relationships. I had to literally close the book and look at the cover to realize, oh, me and her in the same boat. Wow. And with that being said, it was because, like she said in the book, we want to be loved. We want to love and be loved. That's how, when we was little girls, that's what we wanted. We wanted that knight in shining armor to come and rescue us. Every little girl wants to be loved. Be loved. Want the companionship. So I understood that part real good. Now, but we have to have a foundation. And if you are standing tall on your foundation, you won't fall or fall and or stumble. When you got that great foundation, you can move forward. But when you got negativity all surrounding you, all you're going to do is sink and fall. So we need a solid foundation. So we need to start really basically loving ourselves and put that little girl over there in the corner who can maybe sympathize with us, can give us a little companionship. But we need to stand up on our own foundation. Um, when you are in these relationships, Tanya said you need clarification. You have to ask questions to get what you need. You don't ask no questions, you're going to be boo-boo the fool. And 9 times out of 10, we were boo-boo the fool. Now, we have to have worth. We have to have worth. We need to stop letting other people take power over our life. We just got to stop. If you don't stop, you're going to be miserable. Claim your power back because you are worthy. Another thing, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth. We need to hear what God is saying to us, and we need to listen. So, like I said, we have 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth. Be still, and you will hear him. Let me repeat that. If you stand still, you can hear it. You can hear him. But the busyness and the noise is going to get in your way, and you ain't going to be able to hear him. And you're going to keep on making the same mistakes, the same poor choices, and it's going to be a vicious cycle over and over again. Then, when you realized all of this, you need to reflect and be accountable for your own self. Reflect and be accountable for your own self. Ignite your happiness. Don't let nobody else, steal your joy, your happiness. You ignite your happiness within you. That's when you can begin to say, I love myself. And be happy about it. Be content about it. And you know what? We can only fix ourselves or work on ourselves first. Once we work on ourselves first, then we can move forward to being a better person than we already are. It is our responsibility to own up to our own role in our own pain. And this is basically what Tanya's talking about. I try to give you a little few tips. I really don't want to go give you her whole story, but this book really ministered to me. I'm just, wowed by the fact that I was able to meet, not really meet, I met her on Facebook, but I'm glad I got an opportunity to get to know her. And she is a very good friend of mine, I can say now. I would love for you to go out here and get her book. This is her first book. Her second book is going to be I Am Still a Rose. But I just want to say 2 things to Tanya. And that's thanks. I really need to hear what you said in this book. Love is out there. Don't ever give up on love. And I am still a rose. I'm learning to love myself, and I'm also learning to smile more. Thanks so much for this book, Tanya. Thank you for your testimony, and I will take heed to what you said. Thanks for being transparent, and I love you. This is Tanya Barbie's The Little Girl Inside. You can get it on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Um, I have an extra copy if anyone would like to have one. Just inbox me and let me know, and I will send you a copy. And again, this is Queenie Clam with Queenie's Book Talk and Review. Have a blessed day and happy reading.